Hello, hello. Welcome to Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with that purple fox that unboxes things. I'm, of course, Alyss Frost, and today is really freaking hot. Oh my god. I live in central Illinois. It is practically October, and it's almost 90 degrees today. God, what is happening? What is happening? Okay, show must go on. Today I'm here to complain about the weather, but I'm also here to show you one of a two-part series I've called Mele Madness or Mel Madness. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce this creator's name, but they also go about the Hawaiian Horse, and they do a lot of pony content and a lot of pony merchandise. I'm super excited to unbox this because I am going to Ciderfest with some friends in November, and I cannot wait to display these pins, but I don't like using things before I unbox them in case I break them or mess them up or something. So I'm going to spend October unboxing her pins. I got this set, I think, over a year ago, actually, and I was going to unbox it back then, but then her second campaign came out, which I will show you at the end of October. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just give her a month. There's a lot of pins here, so let's just do that. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. Well, one of them will be done today. There's only 2 Kickstarters here, you know, this one and the next one, but it's a decent amount of content, and the next video is probably going to take a while because there's a lot of pins. But for this video, wait, did I say this video or the next video? I don't know what I said. It's hot. My brain is fried. For this video, I'm going to start with her Guardian collection. And I love this collection because it kind of mixes together Generation 4, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and the current Generation 5. I guess I'll call a new generation. I'm not really sure if it has a name or not, but those are the 2 generations we're dealing with. And Gen 4, I probably most of you haven't seen My Little Pony, specifically that gen, but it is a fantastic show. I really can't recommend it enough. Yes, it is geared towards little kids, but it's kind of been shown time and time again that things even geared towards a younger audience can appeal to all ages. It is not just My Little Pony that's done that. There's quite a few kid movies and kid shows that have done that, and My Little Pony is just another one on that list. Unfortunately, Gen 5 is nowhere near as good, but I do like the characters, and I love what Miss Mele, or Mel, or we're going to say the Hawaiian Horse from now on. I love what the Hawaiian Horse has done with these pins. So let's open this up. Maybe. I know I cut this open beforehand. Okay. So again, I've gotten into the habit of, checking my stuff to make sure everything's there. So I know this is open. That is a receipt. I know that for sure. So I can just put that over there. And kill Alyss, apparently, while I do it. So I'm not going to go chase that. Alyss is here in spirit. So yeah, she'll just lie there for now. This pin I'm going to do last for reasons. Okay, so the whole thing with the Guardian pins, I'm sorry, I'm adjusting. I did install my new fan, so you might actually hear that in the background. I'm sorry, it is too friggin' hot to turn it off. I gotta record with this fan, and it is actually helping a bit. The whole impetus with this Kickstarter is she wanted to she wanted to combine the 2 gens, and she ended up pairing certain characters together. And so that's kind of what we're gonna go through. I will do kind of a brief, not synopsis of like either show or anything. I'm not going to do that, but I'll kind of tell you, obviously who the characters are that I'm showing you and kind of how they, fit together. So we'll just start off the top. There is one I went ahead and removed. I'll do that one last. But we're going to start with Zip Storm, or Zephyrina Storm, that's her full name, and then Rainbow Dash. My favorite pony of Gen 5, Zipstorm, and my least favorite pony of Gen 4, Rainbow Dash, actually. I am not even joking. I know Rainbow Dash is a huge fan base. I really cannot stand this character. I really, really can't. She is my least favorite character in all of Friendship is Magic, not just the main 6. But I do understand why they are together. They're both kind of sporty ponies. They're both more tomboyish. They both have really short hair, I guess, also that too. They are both Pegasi. And yeah, that's kind of it. Only I really like Zip and I really hate Rainbow Dash. So, but those are those 2 right there. Really, really cute pin. These pins are fairly large as well. Probably about 2.5 feet. Or, whoa, shoot. This pin is this big. No. They're about 2.5 inches, I think. Maybe some might be a bit bigger. I'm not going to bring out something to measure them, but they're fairly large pins, as I'm sure you can see. My next set is Twilight Sparkle and Sunny Star Scout. Twilight Sparkle is the main character of Gen 4. She went on a very long, it was a lot of the show was her character growth. It was her journey going from, being a student in Canterlot to meeting the other 5 to form the main 6 and going on adventures together. And ultimately, spoilers, being the princess of Equestria. She did become a princess in season 3, but she's now ruling, as well, we left the show in season 9, she is ruling Equestria. So, oh my god, this thing is hurting my head so much. Let's put that up a little bit more. I don't think it's helping that my hair's in braids. I had to braid and bend my hair. I washed my hair today. So, yeah, but Twilight is a student. That is what, she is, the rule of Equestria now. But she started as a student, very studious magic student, and that was kind of all she cared about. She just cared about studying, didn't really care about making friends, and that was kind of the whole, a part of her journey, just learning about friendship and learning what it offers and what others can offer you and what you can offer others. So that's kind of Twilight Sparkle. I'm sorry, the purple one, I should start pointing them out because in case you don't know who they are. Twilight's the bigger one. That is her in her Equestria ruler form. She's all big and tall and elongated. I actually don't care for that form as much. I'm used to it, seeing it in Luna and Celestia, and you'll see those two in a second. Not so much with Twilight. I'm used to seeing her as a regular-sized pony with everyone else. And then Sunny Star Scout is the, I'm going to put this in quotes, main character for Gen 5. She did start out that way in the movie A New Generation. She just very much felt like the main character, and we were following a lot of that story through her eyes. Since G5 has continued with both their Tell Your Tale and Make Your Mark series, she's very much kind of become a background pony. She's still in, like, a lot of the episodes, but she doesn't do much. She really doesn't do very much. She has this vague, I want to help ponies attitude, but beyond that, she doesn't really do much. But she is also a student of sorts. She studied the equestrian history under her father. In Gen 5, the ponies were split. All 3 races, the Pegasi, the Earth ponies, and the unicorns were all split up. They lived separately, kind of like how they were at one point in Gen 4. So she did help unite them in the movie, and again, she played a much bigger role, but she's kind of just background now. But that is Twilight Sparkle and Sunny Star Scout. And I will go back real quick and point out, I'm sure you could, with the name Rainbow Dash, you can probably get Rainbow Dash over here, and Zipstorm is over here. Sorry I didn't point them out. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I know who they are, but a lot of you probably don't. Our next group is, next couple, not couple, but you know what I mean. We've got Pinkie Pie and Izzy Moonbow. Oh my god, I forgot her name. So we've got the fun-loving ones, the silly party ones. Pinkie Pie is very much a party pony. She's very, very hyperactive. She's not my favorite character. I don't hate her or anything like that. She's a lot sometimes. She's very, very energetic and, often breaks the fourth wall type of thing. She's that kind of character. Izzy Moonbow is similar. She was the bubbly character in the movie A New Generation. She was the first non-Earth pony that Sunny met. I did forget to mention, Sunny is an Earth pony. Twilight was a unicorn and then elevated herself to alicorn or princess status. But Izzy is clearly a unicorn. You can see the horn on her head. They're just both very fun-loving ponies, and that's probably why the Hawaiian Horse puts them together. And I just really, really like that. It's really cute. I will also make a note that all of the, Gen 4 characters I'm showing you, the main 6 anyway, they are in their final form. That sounds weird and like a superhero thing, but no. Like the very last episode, The Last Problem, we do get to see them in the future. Maybe, 40, 50 years have passed. So when you look at the main 6 for Gen 4, for A Friendship is Magic, that's how they looked in the last episode, for the most part. So I guess if you haven't seen the show, spoilers. I'm going to be telling you a lot of spoilers. Next, we have Hitch Trailblazer and Applejack. I love Applejack's hair right here. I really do. Hitch is male. He's over here. And this is Applejack over here. Both of them are Earth ponies. This was an interesting project in that Gen 4 had a main 6 and Gen 5 had a main 5. So Miss Mele had to kind of, pair 6 ponies with 5. So you're going to see Hitch twice. Hitch is paired with Applejack because of the fact that he loves hard work. He is the sheriff of the town of Maritime Bay. A lot of the pony towns from Gen 4 no longer exist, or we haven't seen them in Gen 5, so different places. I'm sorry, my head's hurting. Here we go. But he is the mayor, and I could write a whole dissertation on what I don't like about Hitch. Hitch was actually my second favorite character in the movie, just under Zip. He was just I don't know, I really liked his character. I like the fact that he was like apparently the first male pony they've had in a main 6 scenario. So I did like that. I liked the fact that he was very respected, he was very competent, he was really good at his job as sheriff. I just really like this character, and ever since chapter 2 of Make Your Mark, they've really messed up his character quite a bit. It sounds awful, but he really is not at all the Hitch we were introduced to in the movie, and that's my biggest issue. It's like they changed his personality completely, and I don't really understand why. With Applejack, she is also an Earth pony, like I said, works on a farm, and runs the Apple family farm along with her grandmother, her older brother, and her younger sister in Gen 4. And they're both just very hard-working ponies. So that is most likely why they are paired together. I don't think I held them up, but I will do that now. Okay, you're going to see Hitch another time. This is the second Hitch one. So we've got Hitch and we've got Fluttershy. You know what Hitch looks like? I just showed you to him. Or I just showed him to you. Fluttershy is over here. She is a Pegasus, a member of Gen 4 and the main 6 from that, not season, but, generation. The reason they are also paired together here is because Hitch, like Fluttershy, can apparently talk to animals, talk and understand animals. That is not a common thing in Gen 4 or Gen 5 for that matter. No other character can really understand like the wild animals. There's a character called Sparky that we all hate more than life itself, but he is not like a wild animal. He's more, I guess, sentient, just a baby. But Hitch can actually talk to, animals. Like, well, they don't like have regular animals in Gen 5. Like Gen 4, they had, standard, hedgehog and spider and goose and duck and, cheetah for reasons. All of those. They got bunnycorns and like flying slugs. They got weird stuff in Gen 5. It's very strange, but these two can apparently speak with both of them, so that is why they're paired together on this pin. Oh goody. This will get into plot spoilers, so warning. This next set is Starlight from Gen 4 and Sprout from Gen 5. What is Sprout's last? I actually don't know Sprout's last name, but anyhow. So this pin was specifically called the Tyrants, and with Starlight, we met her in, I think it was a season 5 opener, where she and the rest of the main 6 went to a village they'd never heard of, and Starlight was in charge of it, and Starlight had made everyone equal. She'd taken away their cutie marks, or the little marks on their flanks that kind of show, it's, your special talent or something like that. That's what it is in Gen 4. In Gen 5, I think they still think they're trying to figure out what cutie marks do. But Starlight had taken away everyone's cutie marks and made them equal signs. And it was very creepy and culty and, like, yeah, it was actually done really well. This is not a complaint. I love that 2-part series where we got introduced to Starlight and just her creepy village, her really creepy village. But she, ruled over that village kind of with an iron, I guess, hoof, not fist. But that's why she is a tyrant. She has since, she showed up at the end of that same season also as a villain and does eventually reform. And she's actually one of my favorite characters. I like what they did with her. Sprout shows up in A New Generation, the movie. He is the deputy sheriff, so he is the assistant to Hitch. Unlike Hitch, he is very incompetent at his job, and yeah, he's one of those guys that is jealous of Hitch because Hitch is good at what he does, but is also lazy and doesn't put in the effort to, be as good as Hitch is. I think one of the lines in the movie was, so what if, everyone likes Hitch because he has, he's, good looking and he's strong and he has a paid off home mortgage. That line threw me right there. God, Hitch is doing better than me. I don't have that. But yeah, Sprout was interesting. He was a fun villain, though. I really liked him. He was just very a whiny mama's boy that was really lazy. He reminds me of a certain political figure that I will not get into because I'm not really going to try and get into politics, but he was very much like this political figure that a lot of people don't like, but also a lot of people worship. So that's why they're both called the Tyrants. He ended up using his mother's factory to try and create a weapon to attack the unicorns and the Pegasi, who were all living separately from the Earth ponies at the time. So I really love this pin. I love both these characters. Haven't seen a lot of Sprout in the rest of Gen 5 after that movie, but he does show up every once in a while. But I really did love Starlight. Oh, dang it. Now we're... Oh, that one I haven't unboxed yet. Getting into the... Okay, I'm going to have to, do that, because I can't pick them up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got the Gamers next, which involves... Whoopsie. Alphabettle, the male pony over here, and Princess Luna over here. Gen 4, Gen 5. Okay, my pause in the way. Gen 4, Gen 5. He is from Gen 5. So, Princess Luna is, I'm sure you can guess, Princess. She was the co-ruler of Equestria for, I don't know how many years, with her sister Celestia, who you will see in a minute. She was banished to the moon by her own sister because she was trying to take over, and she became a not so nice character known as Nightmare Moon. But in the second episode of the first season, the main six defeat her and she reforms, so whatever. Princess Luna is my favorite pony. She's my favorite pony of the show. I have a lot of ponies, and I'll just say a lot of characters that I like, because not all of my favorites are ponies. But I really love Luna. I just love her design. I loved her personality. I kind of felt what she was going through. And she is a huge fan favorite in the fandom. Luna's big. So they call her the Gamer because they don't really have okay, I think they did have an arcade game in one episode, but for the most part there are no video games in Friendship is Magic, not in the lore, not in the universe. But Gamer Luna has just been a thing in the fandom. I guess people picture her as a serious hardcore gamer. Gamer isn't a PC gamer or Switch or that type of gamer. So that is why she is. Let's see, what is she wearing on this? I guess she's not holding it in this one. Usually, I have a pin, I think also by Miss Mele, just not a Kickstarter, where Luna is holding with her magic a Nintendo Switch. So, see, there's Gamer Luna is huge, but she is wearing gamer headphones or gamer ear thingies. And for Alphabettle in Gen 5, he's a huge fan of games. He runs a tea house in Bridalwood, which is where all the unicorns live, and in the movie, the other, main five, we'll say, because there aren't six of them, they're trying to get something from him, and they had to beat him in a game to win it, and they end up playing Prance Prance Revolution. Yes, go ahead and eye roll, I didn't make that up, it's in the movie, but he'll play all kinds of games, including the Rubik's Cube, that's what I'm trying to say, that you see in this picture. So these are the Gamers, and I love this pin. And I like both those characters. They do a lot more with Alphabettle as of late, especially in Chapter 5 for a new generation, I guess. I don't know what it's called. We have two more pins left, one of which I put, off to the side. So now we have the teachers, Celestia and, oh crap, Argyle. I completely forgot his name. So Princess Celestia on this side, and Argyle is the male on this side. Princess Celestia is the co-ruler of Equestria. She ruled for over 1,000 years. After she sent her sister to the moon for misbehaving, she had to rule alone. But at the end of the second episode, season 1, they reunite, and Princess Luna becomes a co-ruler with Celestia again. Celestia's, regal and fancy and da-da-da-da. Yeah, she's the princess. She's not my favorite princess. I like, actually, most of the other princesses in front of her, except for Flurry Heart. But, she's still a great character. She's just not one of my favorites. But I do also like her kind of design. I'm not big on pastels, but I do like her design. I do like her personality as well, for the most part. But she was the teacher of, she teaches a lot of ponies. She runs the Celestia School of Magic. But Twilight was her, personal protege that brought her up and taught her everything she knows and watched her grow. Sent her to Ponyville, where she met the other 5, and they became the main 6, and, worked with the elements of harmony, and all of that happened. So I'm not going to go into the show or anything, but that's what she is. That's what they mean by teacher. She was the major teaching influence in Twilight's life. When it comes to Argyle, there is not a ton known about him. He only shows up in the movie. Well, he showed up in the flashback in Chapter 5, but beyond that, he's only in the movie and like in the very beginning. He is the father of Sunny Star Scout. He is very much a scholar. He studied Old Equestria, i.e. Gen 4, back when the ponies were all united, and they united with other creatures as well. But in the setting we're given in A New Generation movie, again, all the ponies are separate, and they just think horrible things about all the other races, but he knows that's not accurate. Sunny listened to her father and learned a lot from her father about the other races, and that was kind of where he exited it very early on in the movie. He dies. Or at one point, he is dead. So, she wakes up as an adult. She says goodbye to her dad, who is a picture, and then goes off and does her thing. So at one point, he passed away. So there's not much known about him, but he's very much a teacher to his daughter and regarding Equestria and life and how to treat others and not listen to baseless stereotypes about others. So I don't think I showed those two. I'm sorry about that. I was too busy talking. And then finally, I put this one off to the side because this is the only one I'm not super happy with. It's just the coloration. It has nothing to do with Hawaiian Horse. She went through a bear of a time with her supplier, the ones that were making the pins. They had to remake some of these pins multiple times because they just did not get the colors right. She would give them a template and they would say no, basically. This last one involves Rarity and Pip pedals. I'll go ahead and show you the pin. Rarity is on this side. Pip is from Gen 5 on this side. I'm sure you could probably tell on just looking at them. They're the fashionistas. They are the ones that are all about, hair and makeup. They're very girly, very girly girl. That's what I want to say. So in Gen 4, Rarity she's really big into mane and makeup, but she is a fashion designer, a big name fashion designer. And throughout the 9 seasons, she has her journey as well, where she starts opening up different shops and getting noticed and all of that, and expanding beyond Ponyville, where she's from. So Rarity does have her own arc with Pip pedals. Again, Gen 5 is current. But honestly, when I met Pip in the movie, the sentence, "but first let me take a selfie," described her perfectly. That's all she really cared about. Unfortunately, in Gen 5, there's a lot more technology than Gen 4, so they have smartphones and things like that. Pip is constantly on her phone. She is constantly looking for likes and things like that. She is a princess. She and Zip are both sisters. I don't know where Zip is. Here we go. Zip. Oh, good. They're next to each other right there. So these two are sisters, and they are both princesses of Zephyr Heights, which is where all the Pegasi live in Gen 5. And because of her princess-dom, I guess that's not a word, combined with the fact that she can sing really well, she's, very popular. Everybody knows her. So she was kind of the influencer type that I absolutely hate. I really don't like those characters. But as the show has gone on, they've really expanded on her character. She is not the fussy, she's still married to her phone, but she's not the fussy, preppy, primpy type that I thought she would be. There's a lot more to her, to the point where she's my second favorite character now, below her sister. Sorry, Hitch, you've been kicked out because they've ruined your personality. But Pip owns Main Melody in Gen 5. She has her own salon with a couple other characters, one that still doesn't have any ears for some reason. But they both have that fashion and influence, that high society thing going on for the two of them. So I really do like the pin. My only issue with Rarity is the green you see should be blue. That's what the Hawaiian Horse asked for. They screwed it up 3 times. At one point, she's like, guys, I'm sorry. I can't afford to pay them again to fix their mistake. So she said you could have, I think she had 2 different versions of wrong pins for this. She's like, you can have the first one, you can have the second one, or I will just refund you for that pin. I totally get it. And, this is the whole set. I bought the whole set from her. I was not about to let green keep me from having the whole set, so I just got one of the mess ups. So again, that is my only one that I don't care for, and that has nothing to do with the Hawaiian Horse and everything to do with the company that she had partnered with, and she has told us, yeah, she's not partnering with that manufacturer ever again because they messed up too many things. Everything else came out well, but there were so many delays because they kept messing things up. That's my only. That's the only negative with this campaign, and that has nothing to do with the creator, and everything to do with the manufacturer. And sometimes that happens, but it came through. The pins came. They're huge. They're beautiful. I love them, and I really cannot wait to debut them at Ciderfest. So I'm going to move this box over there. I think there is a card, actually. I'm sorry. Is there a card? Yeah, there's a card. This one I will show because it's not for Zona Pins. Is it upside down? Yes. So this is the Hawaiian Horse, or Miss Mele, or Mele. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I believe her character's name, who you'll see here on the back, is named Bramble, or Miss Bramble. So please find her. Again, I believe this is the first Kickstarter of hers that I backed. I've bought other things from her. I would go to like online pony conventions during COVID, and she'd be one of the vendors. I love her stuff. I have quite a few for other pins, and you will see, this is her month, so you will see a whole other set of pins, the full set, next, towards the end of October. So please let me know what you think about these pins, even if you are not a My Little Pony fan. I probably went through way more lore than anybody wanted, and I'm sorry, but let me know what you think about these pins. I don't really have a favorite for them because I bought all of them. I guess I should pick something. Probably Luna and Alphabet, the gamers. I really like Twilight and Sunny, even though Sunny is kind of a dead character right now. And I'm actually going to go with this pin with Pip and Rarity, even though the pin's messed up. There is actually a 6 character in the main 5 now, so now it is the main 6. Unfortunately, that character didn't really exist when these pins were made, so they are not featured. It's too bad because Misty would look amazing in these pins. I don't know if she would be Applejack or if she would be Fluttershy. Probably Applejack because Hitch and Fluttershy can both talk to animals, so she'd probably be with Applejack. But I do wish Misty was part of this, but again, she just didn't exist. So let me know what you thought about these pins. Oh my god, it's so hot. I need to take this off and start editing. You guys know the drill. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. The second half of October is going to be the other Miss Mele Kickstarter. I just told you that. It's going to be Ponytail Pride. So we're going to have a bunch of Pride pins. They are all My Little Pony themed. There are some Gen 5 in there, maybe 1 or 2. Most of them are from Gen 4. And there are quite a few flags that represent different orientations. And I believe there are 27 of them total. So next, I don't know how long this video is. It's probably 47 minutes at this point. The next video is probably going to be long, just because there are so many pins. And in November, I am really going to have to see. I have things going on just about every weekend in November, like out of town for the most part. I do not know if I'll have time to make videos. I could try and shoot them in October. I don't know if I'll have time to do that. But hopefully I'll have more of an idea in my next video, and I can tell you yay or nay. But for now, I'm taking all this stuff off because it is 85, I think it says over there. It's like 85 degrees in my house. So I'm going to try and not die. The new fan is working. It's in my head. I was able to install it. That does help. That's why I'm not dead. But it is still hot in this house. I need to take all this off. So until then, until next 2 weeks, I guess. If I don't die, I will see you then.